there, I'm Jules. Nice to see you. The word of the day today is succulent. You know, like those cute little plants that they don't need a lot of water and they kind of grow in the desert. Succulent. If you'd like to know why succulent is the word of the day, watch my next video and then read the description to find out. Hey babes, we're playing Astrologaster again today. We have not really uncovered much of a plot besides him trying to get his medical license, Mr. Simon Forman, and he's not a real doctor, and I know some shit's gonna go down with that because he is fooling everybody. I just am biased against him because my high school teacher was named Mr. Forman, and he was a total ass. He yelled at me and some of the other students, and he told us that we were responsible for him and his wife's divorce. Makes sense. That was fun. Quality teacher. Very much so. Okay, I did already get to this part. Yes, I already did read this. Okay, here we go.
Mary Payne is frightened when she spies a looking glass, for 'tis a portal out through whence the gates of hell do blast. A deadly and foul wind that comes direct from Satan's paw. La, 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 la.
Blessed morrow to you, Dr. Forman. I am Mary Payne of 4th Street in Lambeth. I'm come to seek your counsel about my neighbours.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne, and well met. What trouble do your neighbours give you? They play their lutes into the night, perchance? Mayhap a neighbour has cast a malignant spell upon your cabbages.
Why, sir, 'tis no trifling matter. Indeed, 'tis a matter of grave importance. Doubtless you do know we have a Catholic living on 4th Street, a woman by the name of Avis Allen.
Ah, yes. I did hear tell that Mistress Allen subscribes to the Romish faith. But 'tis no crime to be a Catholic, is it, madam? At least, not at present.
Aye, but harbouring a Jesuit priest is, Dr. Forman. These evenings past, I have spied a man sneaking in and out of the Allens' house. 'Tis my reckoning the man is a priest who is going hither and thither all over Lambeth to perform the Catholic Mass and take confessions. Doubtless Mr. Allen is hiding him in one of those little cupboards.
You mean to say you think Mr. Allen has installed a priest hole in his house? A secret room hidden behind the wood panelling of a wall?
Indeed I do. I am certain that he has such a hole, and that a priest is going in and out of Mr. Allen's hole from dusk till dawn.
Verily? How troubling. But surely you are mistaken, madam, for under the cover of darkness, how can you be sure the man you did spy was not Mr. Allen himself?
Nay, 'twas not Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is a fine, tall figure of a man, whereas the figure I did spy was very narrow and malformed in appearance. A scrawny little imp of a man he was.
I see.
Now, you must not think me intolerant, Dr. Forman. If Mistress Allen must cling to her idolatrous backward beliefs, 'tis her own affair, and I have no wish to cause trouble for the Allens. And 'tis true that Mistress Allen does now attend church on Sundays and takes the English sacrament just as she ought to. But we residents of 4th Street are decent English folk. We will not abide an agent of Rome sneaking around our neighbourhood, muttering incantations in some devilish foreign tongue.
I think you mean Latin, madam.
But before I act upon my suspicions, I think it wise to know if there be any truth in them.
Then let us see what the stars can tell us. Who is this mysterious stranger, and why does he frequent the Allen's house late at night?
Frequent. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's him sneaking in and out of their house. Are my neighbors, the Allens, hiding a Jesuit priest? Let's see. Mistress Payne will die suddenly, mayhap before the end of this consultation. Narrow and malformed, a scrawny little imp of a man. I do it! Uranus, this indicates a sudden change. Pluto, this suggests death. The man Mistress Payne saw harbors cruel intentions towards the Allens' household, goods, and possessions. This suggests cruelty. Mars' detriment in Taurus. Okay, that's hilarious. This speaks of a relationship with an untrusty foreigner. As foreigners are untrustworthy by nature, this element may be of no particular significance. The sun in detriment in Aquarius, this suggests untrustworthiness. Jupiter, this represents a foreigner, house of relationships. Mistress Allen's maternal instincts have been thwarted by her inability to bear a child, but she stubbornly persists in trying to reverse her infertility. Saturn in detriment in retrograde, this represents a stubborn attempt at a reversal. Neptune in retrograde, this suggests instincts that have been thwarted. House of unborn children. The stars speak of an educated man who adorns himself in fine clothes. Mercury, this represents education. Venus, this represents finery. House of religion. The man Mistress Payne saw as a public enemy who engages in idolatrous worship of the Virgin Mary. In other words, he is a Jesuit priest. The moon, this represents a woman, the Virgin Mary. House of known enemies. Okay, I'm not going to do that one. Relationships, unborn children. Okay, the one about killing her is actually so funny, though. Will die suddenly. Mayhaps before the end of this consultation. I'm not gonna kill her as much as I would love to kill her. I will hold back my homicidal instincts. Just for a night now. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. Let's see how that works out.
Ah, 'twould seem the man you saw is a foreigner who's been secreted into the Allen house to aid Mistress Allen with their family difficulties.
Family difficulties? Come, come, Dr. Forman. Pray, speak plain.
Ah, well, as you doubtless know, the Allens have never been blessed with a living child. Mayhap 'tis the belief of Mistress Allen that the seed of a foreigner would prove more powerful than the, demonstrably less successful seed of Mr. Allen.
Then 'tis naught but adultery, fornication with a foreigner. Mistress Allen will pay dearly for such sinning. Her soul will be damned to an afterlife beset by the exquisite tortures of hell's capricious demons.
Aye, well, according to Scripture, that is technically true.
But to harbour a Jesuit priest is a far greater evil. We must be glad that Mistress Allen commits naught but the sin of adultery, conducted late at night, with a man who gives forth strong foreign seed. You have given me much to think on, Dr. Forman. Blessed day.
I am glad to have been of service, Mistress Payne.
Oh. Foreign seed. Querent, Mary Payne, seen February 10th, 1594 at 9. The querent did wish to know whether her neighbors, the Allens, are illegally hiding a Jesuit priest. I did tell the querent that the man she took for a priest is a foreigner who is helping Avis Allen conceive a child. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. What a fine-looking youth Forman's manservant is. Oh, would that I were my niece's age again.
When the querent does rock a continental frock, when the querent does rock a continental frock, when his Italian fair features or facial hair, 'tis Signor Ferraro.
Amazing vocals, truly.
God give you good day, Signor. And how may I assist you?
'Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to see the great dottore, Simon Forman.
So I see. What brings you this day?
I bring myself to you, so you treat my illness. 'Tis very grave.
And, what might this illness be? Perchance we might start with your complaints.
First problem is the laughter that cannot be controlled.
Uncontrollable laughter, you say? I see. Anything else?
Next problem, the dancing that cannot be controlled.
Uncontrollable dancing. And yet, you do not appear to be dancing at present.
What can I say? 'Tis uncontrollable dancing. I cannot control when I dance.
Nay, 'tis a fair point.
Doubtless my disease, whatever it may be, is very rare and very difficult to diagnose. But of course, if it be beyond your medical understanding...
Let me assure you, Signor, that whatever is said of us on the continent, the learning of we English doctors is unparalleled. There is no better medical care to be had than in London. Now,
Okay.
let us see whether the stars may tell us something of your unusual and troubling illness.
I suffer from uncontrollable laughter and dancing. What ails me? Signor Ferraro has been bitten by a tarantula on one of his ankles. Tarantula venom causes the victim to laugh, sing, or dance uncontrollably, while also provoking an acute loathing of music. This suggests an imbalance of blood, Jupiter in retrograde. Aquarius, ruler of the ankles. Signor Ferraro is suffering from cholic, a disease that occasions abdominal pain, belching, and bloating of the stomach. The Sun, this suggests the illness is chronic. Mars, this represents an imbalance of yellow bile, choler in the body. Virgo, ruler of the digestive system. What's with the laughing? I feel like that is such a stretch, being bitten by a tarantula. But the laughing and the dancing... Are tarantulas even venomous? We're gonna find out. Maybe that's a thing that people would know about normally, but I don't know anything about them. Are tarantulas venomous? Yes, they are. Got it. Okay, we're gonna say tarantula venom, because why the hell not? Sure.
You have been bitten by a tarantula. Its venom has been creeping throughout your body, provoking the wanton laughter and dancing you're experiencing. The tarantula is a rare spider from foreign climes. Doubtless it travelled with you from Venice, hiding itself among your belongings.
Stupid.
Doubtless you are right this time.
The venom may be expelled from the body using a combination of heat and music. I advise you to have a lutenist come by your house to sing and play for you while you bide near the fire. But take care not to insult the musicians playing, for whilst you will find it most loathsome, 'twill only be on account of the venom.
Molto bene, Signor Forman. I will do as you advise. Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
Why did he have an anger pulse on his head? Querent, Riccardo Ferraro. Scene, September 1st, 1594 at 2. The querent did present with uncontrollable laughing and dancing. I did advise the querent that he has been bitten by a tarantula. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. How did Mr. Forman know of this rare illness? It seems as if he has at least some learning.
Why does this lady feel confined? Mayhap the world is too unkind. Nay, doctor, medicate her mind. Pray cure this comely lady. Pray cure this comely lady.
I don't know what comely means, but go off.
Good day to you, madam.
Yes. Good day, Mr. Forman. Pray tell, is your Venetian querent Riccardo Ferraro one of the patients you treat for troubles of the mind? Forsooth, his manner is right strange. I passed him at the door, and when I addressed him in the Italian tongue, he abruptly turned from me and ran away down the street.
Nay, Signor Ferraro has no grave troubles of the mind that I'm aware of. Mayhap he was merely dumbstruck by your beauty, madam.
Dr. Forman, a man is rarely struck dumb by a woman's beauty. Indeed, 'tis quite the reverse. He is oft rendered all the more loquacious, plaguing her with ill-formed metaphors he believes are compliments, and with hasty declarations and invitations she has neither sought nor invited.
Ah, quite. But let us turn our minds to happier thoughts. I did lately hear of your marriage to your cousin, Mr. Alfonso Lanier, for which I must congratulate you. And as I recall, you were with child when I last saw you.
Aye. I was, as you correctly judged.
And your child and husband are both well, I hope?
I would rather not discourse on the subject of my husband, Dr. Forman.
As it pleases you, madam. What brings you this day?
Lately I have been feeling heavy and lethargic. I do also find it hard to fix my attention upon the book I am reading or upon words I am composing. And yet, although I oft feel right tired, I am having difficulty sleeping.
Ah, well, becoming a mother, beset with all the demands of a suckling babe, can force change upon the normal rhythms of life.
Nay, 'tis not that, for I have employed a wet nurse for the feeding and much of the care of my son. Methinks I must have some kind of disease.
I see. Let us consult the stars to see what afflicts you. What is ailing Mistress Amelia Lanier?
Lania. I feel heavy and lethargic, yet I cannot sleep. What ails me? The querent suffers from melancholy, being in excess of black bile. Saturn in detriment in Leo. This suggests a mild imbalance of black bile in the body. Neptune. This suggests the illness is curable. Leo, ruler of the heart. That's a pretty good one. The querent suffers from phlegmatism. It is a temperament associated with an excess of phlegm, characterized by stoicism and stubbornness. Mercury. This suggests a psychological factor. I was going to say physical. Psychological factor. Venus, domicile in Libra. The indicates the illness will get worse before it gets better. Libra, ruler of the kidneys. The querent is troubled with an excessively choleric temperament. It is associated with an excess of yellow bile. Sufferers exhibit an aggressive, opinionated nature. The Sun. This suggests the illness is chronic. Mars. This represents an imbalance of yellow bile in the body. Virgo, ruler of the digestive system. I'm going to say melancholy, because that sounds she has like postpartum depression from her baby.
Mistress Lanier, the stars indicate that your suffering is occasioned by melancholy, or, in other words, black bile.
I see. And what treatment can you give me for it?
Before we speak of treating your condition, madam, I think it wise we determine what has provoked it. You did express a desire not to speak of your husband, and I cannot help but think that such a reluctance reveals where the source of your troubles might lie, to wit, within your marriage. Would I be right in thinking this? I do not wish to cause you distress, madam, but as a doctor, I do feel I must press you in case it is relevant to your troubles.
My marriage is not a happy one, Dr. Forman. Mr. Lanier and I do not agree on matters of money and strong drink.
I see. And what are your opinions on these subjects?
That he spends all our money on strong drink. He disagrees.
And your husband cannot be brought around to see your point of view, nor you his, I presume. Well, the marital discord provoked by strong differences of opinion can oft engender melancholy in a wife. Until the matter is resolved between you, you may take a syrup of roses and chicory. Drink of it each day, and it will serve to reinvigorate your vital spirits. I will also have my manservant William bleed you of some of that excess bile.
I thank ye, Dr. Forman.
William, come hither and bleed Mistress Lanier.
William? Querent, Amelia Lanier. Lanier? Scene, September 1st, 1594, at 3. The querent did present with symptoms of heaviness, lethargy, troubled sleep, and an unnatural pallor. I did advise the querent that she suffered from melancholy. I had her bled and prescribed a treatment of rose and chicory syrup. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Mayhap bleeding my husband would cure him of his taste for strong drink. Very vigorous bleeding. Ooh. Mail. Sir, I thank you for your recent inquiry with regards to obtaining a license to practice medicine. I note from our records that you terminated your enrollment at our institution some years ago on the grounds of insufficient funds. Whilst we do not ordinarily issue medical licenses to men who have not first completed a medical degree, proof of equivalent professional experience in the form of letters of recommendation may be taken into consideration. A minimum of 8 such letters of recommendation is customarily required. I advise you to write to us once once you have obtained the requisite number of letters. John Cowell, Vice Chancellor, University of Cambridge. Okay. Not looking so bad.
What is their relation? We are no longer sure. Seems Forman's now the patient, and Avis is the cure.
Oh, okay.
Ah, my dear Avis, What a pleasure it is to see you. I have oft thought of our
I
last...
cannot tarry long. My husband will be expecting me home.
Of course. But, dear lady, is something the matter?
Of course. Do not all your querents come with a matter they wish an answer to?
Well, yes, but...
I wish to ask of the stars whether a man I am close with, a man who is not my husband, whether that man be also close with another woman.
A man you are... I see. Well, if I am to judge the stars for you, I must ask you to be more precise. In what sense do you mean close? The platonic bond of friendship?
Nay, close in the sense of being intimate.
I see. Then 'tis the familial tie of kinship, perchance.
Nay, I mean someone with whom I have shared physical relations.
Verily, madam, if I am to give you an accurate reading, you must state your question clearly.
Methinks you know full well what I ask. I bid you ask the stars whether my lover is, that is to say, be it true that he engages with another woman in acts of strumpy-humpy.
Madam, you astonish me. 'Tis unlike you to speak such indelicate words. Now, if I understand you correctly, you have a lover, and you wish to know whether he has been sharing his tender favours with another woman.
Aye, but did I not verily say so?
And now that we have at last fathomed your question, let us read the stars to fathom an answer. Has Mistress Allen's lover been unfaithful to her?
Let's see, Mr. Simon Forman. Is my lover engaging in intimacies with another woman? Let's see. Mistress Allen's mind has been turned by jealousy and confusion. Saturn in detriment and retrograde. This suggests jealousy. Neptune in retrograde. This indicates a mind turned by confusion. House of the querent. Mistress Allen should be more optimistic about her romance with this man. Jupiter. This shows optimism. House of love and romance. This consultation will provoke unexpected intimacies between me and Avis. Uranus, this represents a surprise. Pluto, this represents intimate relations. House of relationship with querent. We'll see. Let's see what the other one is. Mistress Allen's lover is seeing a woman who is willing and able to marry him. He wishes to continue his family line. This represents agreeableness. Venus exalted in Pisces, House of Legacy. Mistress Allen no longer pleases her lover. The spark has been lost. The Sun, this represents a mature man, Avis's lover. Mercury in retrograde, this indicates creativity being reversed. The Moon in detriment in Capricorn. This represents a woman who is unable to please, Avis. House of service to others. That's so mean. I'm not doing that. Mistress Allen's lover wishes to father a child. Mars, this represents masculinity, House of unborn children. I'm not gonna be so mean. She didn't deserve that meanness.
The stars are most clear, madam. Your lover has not been coupling with another woman.
He has not.
Forsooth, the stars say that your mind has been turned by jealousy and confusion. Now, if there is nothing further, madam...
Oh, how relieved I am to hear you say this. Oh, Simon, what a fool I have been not to trust you.
But you... this lover... 'twas me all along? You were not speaking of some other man?
I beseech you, pardon me, Simon. I had to know the truth from the stars, for I did hear tell of other women.
But how could you not see? No other woman is to me so dear, and verily is it not clear to you that I...
Do you verily, Simon?
Oh, my dear, sweet Avis.
Okay. Querent, Avis Allen, seen January 9th, 1595, at 6. The querent did wish to know whether her lover is engaging in intimacies with another woman. I did advise the querent that her lover remained loyal to her. The querent revealed that I was the lover she was referring to. This caused confusion, though it was quickly resolved. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Coitus post consultatio. Thanks, Avis. I received a letter of recommendation. Yay! Verily, it was very wrong of me to doubt him so.
Always has what's new. Far ahead of friends. She oft gets her hands on goods from foreign lands. That cannot be trust is
Okay, fancy lady.
Good morrow, madam. I humbly welcome you to my consulting chambers, and thank you for choosing my practice. Mistress...
Fortescue, Mistress Sybil Fortescue.
Well then, Mistress Fortescue, what may I assist you with this day?
I come upon a most troubling matter, sir. I know not whether it is a medical matter or something else.
I see. Pray describe your trouble to me, madam.
Well, I suppose it all began with a dinner I hosted at my house last even. Mayhap you have heard of my dinners, Dr. Forman. They are much talked about. Though I fear last evening's dinner will be talked about for all the wrong reasons.
Talked about, you say?
Yes, indeed, invitations to my dinners are much sought after, for I host the most desirable of guests, lords, bishops, poets, explorers, painters, and the like. Why, last eve I hosted the famous Robert Lord Devereux, the playwright William Shakespeare, and the Bishop of London and his wife. As well as fascinating conversation, at my table I served the very latest and most original dishes. Last even, I served an exotic green vegetable called a potato. So crisp and refreshing. My dear husband sent them home to me from the New World. Doubtless you have heard of my husband, Captain Fortescue. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh.
I see. Your dinners do sound most excellent, Mistress Fortescue. But what occurred at last eve's dinner that has you so distressed?
Well, in truth, 'twas after dinner. We all felt a strong desire to take some air, and so we left the table to take a turn in some pleasure gardens nearby. But then, as we were walking along the path, right in the middle of the gardens, in full public view...
Pray do not distress yourself, madam. Prithee, take your time.
My guests and I were, all of a sudden, stricken with pain. We began chundering and voiding from our... But there was nowhere to turn, you see. There were no bushes close by to shield our modesty. 'Twas unspeakable.
A moment, madam, as I note this down. Abdominal pain and simultaneous upward and downward purging of a most sudden and violent nature.
Did you eat a raw potato?
Now, let us see how these stars explain this most distressing and unsavoury event. What troubled Mistress Sybil Fortescue and her guests last eve?
My guest and I were stricken last eve with abdominal pain, chundering, and voiding from the fundament. What ailed us? Sybil and her guests were troubled with evil digestion. The moon. This suggests the illness is temporary. Virgo, ruler of the digestive system. Sybil Fortescue has taken a chilly cold. Venus, domicile in Taurus. This suggests a severe imbalance of phlegm in the body. Taurus, ruler of the throat. Mistress Fortescue is troubled with wandering hands. The sun. This suggests this illness is chronic. Mercury, domicile in Gemini. This suggests neurosis. Gemini, ruler of the arms. I'm gonna go with evil digestion. That sounds about right. You probably ate a raw potato or something.
Madam, I think you said the New World vegetables you dined upon were green in colour, did you not? And you described them as crisp and refreshing, I think. I take it then that you served them to your guests green and raw?
Yes, indeed. Most of the potatoes my husband sent me were full dull and unhealthsome in appearance. Hence I served only the green ones. I had my cook cut them in such a way as to resemble roses. 'Tis the way I oft serve my apples.
Ah, then your trouble was a severe case of evil digestion. I have read that these vegetables can be noxious if they turn green.
Oh, my days! Do you mean I poisoned my guests?
In a manner of speaking, aye. But worry not, madam, for the suffering was but temporary. Indeed, it does sound as if the bodies of your guests were most comprehensively purged of the poison. However, in future, be sure to cook the potatoes until they are soft, and pray do not eat the ones that have turned green.
As God shall mend me, what a shameful affair this has been. I shall go home and, well, I shall write to my husband and ask that he includes cooking instructions with the next gift of food that he sends me. I thank ye and bid ye good day, Dr. Forman.
I knew it. Case summary. Querent, Sybil Fortescue. Scene, June 14th, 1595 at 11. The querent did present with symptoms of both upward and downward involuntary purging, abdominal pain, and fever. I did diagnose evil digestion provoked by the consumption of raw green potatoes. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. What a fine-looking young man Dr. Forman has for a manservant. Why does everyone so into him?
Here comes a literary mind, one such as we do rarely find. Just needs a man to be behind, for she's but a lady.
Good even, Miss Lanier. What brings you?
I am come about my future, Dr. Forman. I wish to know whether I will find success as a writer of poems and plays. You can predict futures, can you not?
You, madam? A writer of poems and of plays? Forsooth, how verily remarkable.
Well, 'tis true most of us Basanos and Laniers are musicians, but I have chosen a different path. I've lately begun a collaboration with a poet and playwright. Let us call him Mr. S. He is presently writing a play that takes place in northern Italy, and as I am of Italian heritage, he has asked me to help him write it.
How interesting. And does this collaboration betwixt you go well?
Right well, or so methinks. Indeed, Mr. S did suggest that I am full talented as a writer. Be not afraid of greatness, he told me. For once our play opens upon the London stage, our success will follow, as night follows day.
I see. Then what would you have me ask the stars, madam?
Well, I've noted that Mr. S, although a brilliant man, is oft prone to exaggerated melodrama and implausible plot resolutions. I wish to know whether this story of his, of our future success, is true.
Very wise of you, madam. Then let us see whether your success or failure is writ in the stars. Will Mistress Amelia Lanier find fame and fortune as a writer?
I say yes already. All right, will I be successful as a writer? Let's see. If Mistress Lanier maintains optimism, her ambitions will be realized. Not only will she be successful, her work will lead to transformative and surprising political changes. Mars domicile in Aries. This suggests victory. Uranus. This represents surprise in politics. Jupiter. This advises optimism. Pluto. This represents transformation. House of ambitions. Mistress Lanier and her writing partner work well together. Venus. This indicates cooperation. House of business partners. The stars urge Mistress Lanier to be more sensitive to the needs of her child. The moon exalted in Taurus. This advises sensitivity. House of children. Okay. This house warns of a legacy marred by deceit and jealousy. Saturn in detriment in Leo. This tells of jealousy. Neptune. This indicates deception. House of legacy. This speaks of Mr. S indulging in creative theft. Sun. This represents a man. Mr. S. Mercury. This indicates creativity. House of loss and stolen goods. Let's be positive. Let's be positive.
It would seem Mr. S.'s confidence is not misplaced, for the stars foretell that if you have faith in your success, you will succeed. And your contribution to the world will reach beyond literature to be of great benefit to society.
So, in order to succeed, I must hold fast to a belief that I will succeed.
Just so, madam.
But what you are asking of me is right illogical, Dr. Forman. Indeed, 'tis an impossibility. How can I maintain a belief that my success is inevitable when you have just informed me that my success is conditional and contingent? As Aristotle teaches us in
Mistress
his...
Lanier, mayhap I have confounded you with the nuances of my astrological reading. All you need know is that the achievement of your goals is very likely. Indeed, 'tis indicated that your collaboration with Mr. S will be a fruitful one. Prithee, madam, look not for bad news among the good.
Aye, mayhap 'tis best I not overthink it, as you say. I thank ye, sir. Good even, Dr. Forman.
Good even. Querent, Amelia Lanier, seen July 3rd, 1595 at 8. The querent did wish to know whether her activities as a writer would bring her success. I did advise the querent that her collaboration with Mr. S was fruitful and would bring her success. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. If only I could forget what he said about my success being conditional. Fie, how would Euclid have solved this conundrum? Okay, I'm gonna call it here. This is such a funny game. I love this game, and I'm gonna keep going until I get all my letters of recommendation so I can be a real, live doctor. Well, still fake, but at least he'd have a medical license at that point. So really, is he fake if he has a medical license? He's still kind of fake, though. I don't know. I hope you had fun, because I had fun. Please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And I will see you later.